Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from the Financial Coffee channel. Women are getting fired everywhere. The job market is trash. I agree. Please express them below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
I don't want to be an adult anymore! I hate this job! I didn't even apply! The benefits suck, okay? The hours suck! How do I quit? Where do I put my 2 weeks in?
Come get ready with me today to get fired from my job. If you guys have ever worked in the restaurant industry, you know a work meeting, just you and the bosses, means you're getting fired. This is my outfit. I'm going for like the all black rock and roll look. I feel like it looks pretty badass with the black eye. And of course, to finish this look, it's pretty. Stay tuned to watch me get fired. So I got fired. This is my walk of shame. It's been real, everyone. Adios, amigos.
You guys, I got some news. Just like a little quick announcement, I got fired today.
Okay, this is the thing, right? Men get fired. Men are going through this too. I'm not saying men aren't. But we aren't posting our L's like this. Posting that we're actually going to go in to get fired and then posting afterwards we've gotten fired. Posting about how much we hate our jobs like this. Because men know our social media accounts are going to get scanned. If we're talking shit about our company, we're going to get fired. This is crazy that women just go out here talking all this shit, doing all these videos, especially these TikTok videos, not thinking that future employers might see that, oh, she got fired and started trashing her company. Why would we want to hire someone like that?
Today. And I'm going to tell you what happened.
Just got fired for the first time, and this is them. I can't show them.
You know, I tell these people all the time that the younger generation can't even deal with being fired. The first time they've ever been fired, they're on the internet crying and bitching and moaning about it. It's like it's gonna be the rest of your life. You're gonna get fired here and there. Bad things are gonna happen. If you're just gonna get fired and then your whole world breaks down from that, that's a problem.
But I didn't cry in front of them. I didn't cry in my car. I didn't cry on the way in the parking lot, so they did not see me cry. Never let them see you cry.
And then you post it on the internet for everybody to see you cry.
Till now, but it's just my coworkers. Ex-coworkers.
So I just got fired today. Honestly, I was upset at first, but during my declining mental health, I'm not that upset. Let this be your sign to start.
What about your declining bank account? Does that not matter? Is your mental health the only thing that matters? Because you need a great mind and a great mental health to be able to do what? Be unemployed?
Something on the side. Do whatever you feel like doing. Job stability right now is a scam.
I'll agree
Basically,
with
she
that.
just fired me because she sensed that I didn't like my job. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, that's actually a good reason to fire you.
are we supposed to like what we do in this economy? We're just working to survive, to pay the bills, to live. Life is a game at this point, honestly.
Well, when you have a fucking horrible attitude at work, it affects other people. This is why it matters.
Men have been losing their jobs forever, but nobody cares.
Nope.
I quit every job I've ever had over minor and see what those are.
I literally hated working at Amazon. Not only is the job really boring, but the managers literally watch your every single move. I'm telling you, like, taking a piss break was like a crime here. So I decided to do this thing where I would clock in the second I got to work, and then I would go straight into the break room and I would sit there for 10 hours until I got caught. Like, I did this for a whole entire month, and then the managers found me and they were like, hey, like, I'm gonna need you to explain yourself, and I didn't want to explain myself, so I just quit. I used to work at Wawa, and the management here were like really fucking weird.
Wow. For a whole month, she clocked in 10 hours and didn't do any work. That's called fraud. Do you not know that? You get arrested for shit like that. That's income fraud.
Like, my general manager would literally sleep with all of the gas attendants, but God forbid you have a friendship outside of work. Like, it was a crime. Anyway, I literally wanted to go on a vacation, and they were like, well, your days are not approved. I was like, baby, it's not a suggestion. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be here. So I just didn't show up, and then I just never went back. I never realized how rude people are about food until I started working at a pizzeria. I'm telling you, these customers would constantly test my patience every single day. This one guy was so rude to me, I kept hanging up on him, and then he started screaming at me that he was going to come down to the store. So I told him to go f*** himself, and then I hung up, and I was like, oh my God, like, there's absolutely no coming back from this. I was not about to explain to my bosses what happened because I already made so many mistakes at this job. I was like, I need to go for a fresh breath of air, and they were like, yeah, like, sure, go for it. And then I just kept walking until I got home, and I never went back.
Wow. You just see women telling on themselves how they actually work, their work ethic, what they care about the company or the career itself. They don't give a fuck. They don't.
She's a mess. She's completely crazy.
Yeah.
Some of these women take their jobs as a joke. There is no decorum, there is no sense of urgency, and everything is so casual. No wonder they get so easily fired.
So I got laid off today, which means I'm a full-time content creator now. Yay! But no,
That's not how it works, girl.
I've been with the company for almost 10 years, and yeah, they decided that budget cuts and restructuring, they no longer needed my position.
Yep.
And then
most women's positions.
The person firing me proceeded to say, but if you would like to finish working and maybe like do the rest of the stuff that they'll need for tomorrow, that would, you know, if you wanted to do that, okay, it's your call. How about this? No. And if you need me, don't call me because I'm not gonna answer.
Guys, let's have some real talk. Working 8 hours a day is insane. Genuinely, I'm not even trying to be lazy, but like 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. And that's if you're lucky, because I know people work like 6-7 days, and props to them.
Okay, when we owned the gas station, I was doing 20-hour days, 7 days a week, and I got maybe one weekend off a month. So 2 days a month I was off. I didn't bitch and moan. I did that for 3 years straight. Because it had to be done. It was our business. I can not do it or else our business fails. What the fuck is 8 hours? I wish there was 8 hours. I wish I did 8 hours now. Like, people are so quick to judge the 8 hours or the work itself. There's a reason why people work more than that, because they want to get ahead in life. They want to do more in life. They want to achieve more. They want more money for other things. I barely have time to do shit, but I'm perfectly happy with it because it gets me to my goal of money and security. Women out here just thinking 8 hours. 8 hours. Bitch, men have been working all of humanity these kind of hours. Waking up to the crack of dawn to go hunt fucking woolly mammoths and shit.
Because that's fucking insane. But like, how is that normalized? Like, I genuinely think about this every day. Like, it's not anything new, but I think about it every day because I'm so stressed about it. Like, there's no way I'm spending that much of my life working. Trying to make a livable wage? That's crazy. Again, it doesn't matter what type of job it is, 8 hours a day is crazy. Like, I don't even mind working longer hours if I don't have to spend that many days just working.
I wouldn't even know what the fuck to do with myself if I didn't work as much as I did. If I had like 4 days off and not had anything to do, guess what I'm probably gonna do? Work on videos and do shit for YouTube, because why else? Why would I just sit there and do nothing? Sometimes, yes, I do feel that way. But for 4 days? Like, for all my days off? It doesn't make sense for me. Just personally.
Anyways, just got off from work, so that was on my mind.
And according to her, working 8 hours a day and 5 days a week is a crazy schedule. I mean, she acts like it's the equivalent of working 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's just too much for her to handle. To be honest, I don't know about you guys, but the more I watch these videos where women are crying and complaining about every little problem that they have, the more I feel like most women cannot deal with regular and normal adult problems.
Nope.
You know, regular problems that men have been facing since the beginning of time, such as losing a job, pay some bills, or simply having to deal with adversity. Men have been losing their jobs forever, but nobody cares. We are told to suck it up and find another job. But as soon as those so-called strong and independent women lose their jobs, they start crying and they post videos about it all over the internet. It's almost as if the whole planet Earth has to stop spinning. Give me a break.
I have been fired from every job I've ever had. I have never quit a job in my 5 years of service. Let's go over the restaurants and why they fired me. Starting off strong, we got Socrates. Not the chain, it's just a small family-run Greek restaurant. I had never had a job before. My parents did not allow me to get a job. And every movie I ever saw about a little girl moving to the big city, she became a waitress. So I made up a resume with complete lies, like not one thing on there was true. And I got hired to serve here on the spot. Within 2 weeks, she pulled me aside and she's like, you have never done this before. And I don't know why I decided to be honest at that moment, but I was like, yeah, you right. They also fired me on the spot, but it's okay because they were really racist. It was just a husband, wife, and me that ran the whole restaurant. The wife started to go clean and the husband pulled her aside and was like, why are you cleaning? Let the Spanish do it. They're good at it. Or something like that. I don't remember. Anyways, talk to my people.
Well, I would say that to my wife too. Why are you cleaning? I would rather have the help clean than you do the physical manual labor work if it's our own business. Just saying.
All you want, you hired somebody with no legal certification. And I saw you guys went bankrupt like 2 weeks after you fired me. Egg son. Also, just working there was the mom, the dad, and the 2 sisters. Everyone was so nice to me, except for the main sister that did everything. And she was just so mean to me. She would just like bully me, tell me that my outfits were
Yeah, probably because you weren't doing your job right and she was the one that managed everything.
bad, or that people would complain about me even though like I knew they say that they liked me. Anyway, she just stopped putting me on the schedule even though I had already gotten this second job. I texted her being like, hey, I'm not on the schedule anymore, and she just ignored me forever. This was a little coffee shop I got from a friend. The hours were 5 a.m. until 12 p.m. and I would bus there at 4 a.m. every day before school. This manager was just this old lady who would just make me cry every day. She would like do the type of screaming that's like definitely not legal. Like the way she would scream at me in the back room, I'm looking back, I'm like, that is so unacceptable. Anyways, I told her I was going on vacation and she fired me because I wasn't allowed to have a vacation longer than 2 weeks. Whatever. So this vacation, I was going home to see my family for 4 months, lived across the country, and obviously I couldn't afford not to work for 4 months, so I had to get a job. I applied to the local Moxie, and they hired me on the condition that I promised I wasn't going to go back to Vancouver when school started, and I asked.
Wow, they actually told you can't do that, and then you were planning on doing it anyways, and you lied to them. Yeah, you fucking lying whore.
Asked, like, is that in writing? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can promise that. The manager was so mean to me because on my first day, her boyfriend was training me, who I didn't know was her boyfriend, and he asked me out. Like, how is that my fault? I said, no, he was ugly. Make you memorize every single ingredient in every single food and quiz you on it every single day. And when I told them I got a scholarship and I can afford going back to school, they fired me on the spot. And for legal reasons, they said it was because I stole a gift card with $20 on it.
Yes, I understand that we should not judge people by how they look. No. But this girl right here, she has more red flags than a Chinese parade. I mean, look at her piercings. I'm not talking about the nose piercings. No. Nowadays, nose piercings are almost everywhere. It seems like the vast majority of women today have a nose ring. But I want you to look at the piercings that she has inside her mouth. She has an upper gum pierce somewhere here only because she wanted to look cool. I will never hire someone like that. Maybe if it's to work in a piercing shop, then yes. I would definitely hire in that case. But for any other job, hell no.
Why? Why did I get fired today?
Why?
And y'all want to know why? Because of a TikTok. And then they had the audacity to try to tell me to delete the video. So y'all think, y'all gonna fire me? And have me delete the video? No, I'm keeping the video up and y'all fired me. That's what we doing here. That's what we're doing.
Well,
Again, future employers see all this, or can see all this, but they all like to post it on here.
Fired again.
And even if they delete all this bullshit, guess what? It's been documented on Financial Coffee's channel, my channel, and anybody else's channel in our niche that covers this shit.
I lost my job, and I also do like social media marketing, and I ended up losing that job on the same day, and I got pretty much fired twice in one day in January. Then I got this new job, and I started, and today I got fired again. So, I would come on here. So with my platform, I just like tell people everything and just express everything, but I never talk bad about anything. I would never talk bad about a company. I would never talk bad about any situation or anything like that. I just make light of situations. So supposedly I get a call today and they're like, we've seen your TikTok and today's going to be your last day. And I was like, okay.
What did I say, guys? What did I say?
Then another one I did kind of like a joke being like, I was like calling a client or whatever. I think it was just like a voicemail, and I was just like, be quiet so they call you back, you know, just like making a joke. And so I'm like, I find it kind of bad that they didn't give me a warning. Like they should have been like, hey, like we saw this. Like we don't want you talking about your.
They don't have to give you a warning. You were just a recent hire. You probably weren't even past your probationary period yet. So, and they found out your shit. So they can fire you immediately.
Work at all. And I would be like, okay, I'm so sorry. And I could have made that decision being like, okay, I'll take it down. Or, I love doing TikToks. And that's like I made this brand for myself that I want to continue doing it. So that
I made this brand for myself. Are you making money, girl? If you're making good money to what you're considered a brand, I'm not going to say shit. But it doesn't seem that way because you're still trying to get jobs and you're still upset about being fired from jobs. So you're not making that much money.
That means like this job isn't for me. And they also were like, we see that you're posting on during work hours. And I'm like,
there you go.
I always like, I'm like, well, I always post in the morning. I post 3 things in the morning. And I have it set up so it sets and does it. And I'm just like, and also I'm like, what am I back in the restaurant industry where I can't just like go for 4 seconds and like post something? Like I'm a little confused.
You can't make this up, man.
You can't.
She got fired twice the same day. And she all smiling and laughing about it. I don't think she got fired only because of her TikTok videos. I believe there were already other reasons her job wanted to get rid of her. Her TikTok videos were only the cherry on top or the last straw that broke the camel's back, if you will. She is not telling us the whole story. But as you know, women always lie and exaggerate everything that happened to them. So whatever they tell you,
they always play the victim, right? It doesn't matter if they were the aggressor, they punched someone, they stabbed someone. It always ends up, oh, they were attacking me, they were harming me, they were making fun of me, they treated me horrible, and they just fired me for no reason.
Always take it with a grain of salt.
Come with me to get fired from work. Love that for me. So basically, I work at a clothing store, but it rhymes with Aritzia. Manager asked me to come in today. I'm not scheduled, by the way. And my last shift, I got in trouble. Basically, I have a small business, and sometimes I wear my pieces to work because I get a lot of compliments on it, and people want to know where I got it from. So I always tell them my website. I'm really low-key about it because I know how managers are. I don't even talk about my business with my coworkers. I feel like managers hate when you have a side hustle or even another job.
They don't hate it. They just hate that you're using your job to propagate your own businesses and stuff. That's what I think most managers kind of have an issue with.
Anyway, a customer came in and complimented the tights that I was wearing. And of course, I told her that they were from my website. And basically, long story short, my manager overheard me talking about it with the customer and accused me of promoting my business. Then wanted to bring up my sales, talking about how I was behind for the day. And yeah, the same manager has just asked me to come in. And yeah, I just know I'm getting fired, guys.
Oh, okay, you can come in for a work meeting. A work meeting? If you guys have ever worked in the restaurant industry, you know a work meeting, just you and the bosses, means you're getting fired.
You cannot promote your own business at work.
Nope.
And you cannot engage in outside business activities during working hours or using company resources to promote your personal business. I'm surprised that she doesn't know that. Or maybe she knew, but now that she was caught, she wants to act surprised and play the victim.
Of course. Again, it's just funny that women are complaining about being fired. Men are being fired too. I'm not saying men aren't being fired right now. There's a lot of men that are being let go. But look at all these videos. Look at all these women telling on themselves of how their actual work ethic is, how they operate at works in different businesses, different settings. They're just horrible workers. They're telling on themselves. Why would future employers ever look at women's TikToks and then ever want to hire them ever again? Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you next time.